Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is episode 2 of the Ocarina of Time 3D. We're back in the Great Deku Tree, taking on our first temple. This is basically like the tutorial temple or dungeon area. Kind of teach you some of the mechanics of the game, some puzzle solving and things like that. Let me know down below in the comments if you've had a good week, how your week's been going, if you have any plans for this weekend. Also, if you enjoy the gameplay you see today, please drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, let's get to it. And we got Deku nuts, which is a new item that we haven't quite got. You can set them and try throwing one. It will flash and stun an enemy, which is actually very useful. We will be using those on the Y slot for right now. Handy. And chop a couple of these plants, see what's under these. Here we go. Oh, it's just hard. Yeah, I still got to use these controls in the way I'm playing. You know, it's a little complex, not as simple as you might think. But if only I had the money to go out and get a 3DS capture card, that worked great. But that's right. So we're gonna make do with what we got, but that doesn't affect the gameplay, and it should affect the game. So yeah, this first temple, pretty simple. You know, you start off, you come up here, and you get your first little chest, which I think is a map. Could be a compass. I don't remember. I think it's a dungeon map. Yeah, a dungeon map. Two chambers rooms that you have already visited. Your current location is the flashing room. Got floor numbers to select a floor. So right now we're in the big flashing room, and we got another room we can go to. Look at this wall. The vines growing on it give a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it. That's great, but there are enemies up there, and you can't climb it when the enemies are there. But we can't climb those vines when the enemies are on it because they will chase after you, damage you, and knock you off the vines. So I'm not going to show that, but we'll let you know that does happen. So we're going to make our way back up, and there's a doorway up here, which I was going to. Right here. You can open the door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Pay attention to what the action button says. That's A button icon, upper screen. Open. And we got a little Deku plant. Just reflect the wood pellets back at him. And then you want to chase him down until you get close enough to stop him. Ow, ow, ow. Forgive me, master. If I give a tip, will you let me go? You jump off a high cliff. If you forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and you won't get hurt from the fall. Can't guarantee it'll work though. The cliff is really, really high. Alright, so make our way to the next room. As you can see, that platform that we jumped over, it fell down, so be careful for it. But if you fall down, there's stairs that your ladders you can use to get up. And we found the fairy slingshot. Button to take it out, or hold it to load a Deku seed, aim with the control stick, and fire. You want to shoot right away when you first use the button, or hold it down a little longer to get a seed ready. Let's actually go ahead and equip that. Put the stick on it. There we go. And so if you see that, obviously Navi, our fairy, is highlighting that ladder. Makes you wonder, you know, maybe that's a point of interest, maybe I should do something with that. Well, think about what we just got out of the chest. It's kind of common sense. You can pull out your slingshot. A pow. and it drops a ladder down. So pretty simple. Like I said, this dungeon, this little temple is pretty simple. It's just like a tutorial area to kind of teach you the controls and get you feeling used to the game, because this is the first 3D Zelda game that they ever made. It definitely gets a lot harder from here, but definitely a good little warm-up area. Now, obviously, these things I was telling you about earlier, the squillas, the spiders, can't climb the vines because of them. So now that we have a... jump down again. But now that we have the slingshot, we can shoot those spiders and get rid of them. Might have to edit that out. God almighty. Unfortunately, I can't change the sensitivity of my controls with what I'm using, which sucks. And another thing that sucks is I'm not playing on the 3DS, so I actually don't have motion control. I wish I did, because that would make aiming a lot easier. But once you get rid of the 3 spiders, and yes, there's a third one way up high that you actually can't target, you have to aim up manually. Or you can just climb the vines and try to avoid them, which is possible. It's a little harder. But once you get to the top, watch out for that, because there's a shadow right there to let you know this guy is there. You're going to wait until they spin to their backside, and then you can just strike them from the back and knock them down, and they're pretty easy to beat that way. But if you run straight into them, of course, they'll spin into you and damage you, so be careful with it. And into the next room, another one of those spiders up there. The unlit torch, which a lit torch, and chest. So let's start by getting out Deku stick. Turn around, thank you. Take that, and we'll light this. And that'll open the door. Great. Don't want to leave the room right now. So we will jump on the switch. That'll rise platform. Jump over. Come back and get that in a second. Go ahead and grab this chest and see what's in here. A compass. Now you can see the locations of many hidden things in the dungeon. As you can see, it's showing that chest right there on the map, which is in the room that we are in. So we'll make our way over there and get that now. Back up here and hit the switch again. And there is a big fella up there blocking the way, which I think we can jump by him. But a little too slow. I think with my controller sensitivity, I don't go to jump easily. But I will aim when I jump from that. Yeah, so you can jump by him, pretty simple. This right here on the wall is another one of those spiders, but if you notice, it's actually a golden color, which is different from the other ones. I think they're all similar to him. They're like a whitish brown. So we hit him twice, take him out. It's a gold Skulltella token. That's our first golden Skulltella token. Those are very useful later on in the game. Of course, like I said, we're going to be doing 100% of this game. You've probably played this game, and I'm kind of explaining things a little too much. If you have played this game, it might be a little annoying. I'm sorry. Recovery heart, of course, useless. But, might be explaining things a little too much, but just in case you played this game, I want to make sure that, you know, they kind of understand what's going on. So I might over-explain things sometimes. That probably is common sense, or know if you have played the game. Let me know what you guys think, if I'm over explaining things, and I'll definitely tone it down and we'll just play the game straight up, no problem with me. So if we look down, obviously you can see the big spider web down there in the center, so you can jump straight into it from the very highest part where we just were, and you fall down. Another one of those gold spiders right there. Another gold. Yeah, so There's a gold Skulltula there, which is great. Another one here, great. But there is an unfortunate part to this. We can't get both of them right. I think we can get this one. Get that. Burn that away, which is... Go ahead and open this chest. I think there's some rupees in here. Harpies. Guess they give you a lot of hearts in this tutorial dungeon. I think we can jump across. Yeah, we can. So we can grab that one real quick. That one we have no way of getting. Actually, you can climb. I was wrong. Forgot about that. Now we got 3 golden Skulltulas. Good, out of 3 out of 100. That was pretty quick, but the rest of them aren't that easy. Those are some of the easiest ones in the game. The other ones later on will get a lot harder and be a lot more time to find, definitely. We got Deku seeds. These are small hard seeds that you can use bullets for your slingshot. Great. Now you can see there's another door. There's also a hole over there, but we have no way of getting over there. That ledge is too high. We can't actually climb it. See, you can't climb that. He's way too small and he does not have the hops. So, come over here. We can light this stick. Back this way. And we can light this cobweb, spider webs. Like we did on the other area back there. And we're in a new room with another Deku scrub. Back at him and chase him down again. Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. I'll never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. Order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Think I'm a traitor? He's actually giving us a hint for something that's coming up soon. I'll probably mess it up because I've never understood the numbering on that. Even though they tell you how to do it, it's never made sense to me which one's which, because like how it logically makes sense. I always mess it up. But anyway, go ahead and hit that switch with your little boomer, or with your slingshot, and you'll open this door. Get into the water, you can hold down A and you can dive. Hold down L while underwater, you can change your view. I bet there's some interesting things down there. It's actually a switch down there. What she's trying to tell us. You can knock that switch, which actually lowers the water. Now, moving. Now we'll wait on the platform to come back. Hopefully I didn't have a bad time. Hopefully up onto the platform. Wait, wait, wait. And now we can jump back off on this side. Go ahead and destroy these plants, see if there's anything in. A couple rupees. We got another one of these big Skulltulas. Very easy to beat, like I said. Have a little patience and whack them in the back. Stand next to this block. Stand next to this block and grab hold of it with A. While holding A, you can push the bullet. Stand next to the block and press A. You can also climb on top of it. Pay attention to what the icon. Grab that rupee. And let's do what she said. Go ahead and push the block forward. And as you can see on the ground, there's actually like a groove slot, so you know when you're at the end because it won't push any farther. And we can climb up on top of it. And there's a door right here, of course, we can go through and get to the next room. Go ahead and get some more Deku sticks while we're in. Could give me the 10th one, so now one's good. And as you can see, it's another little simple puzzle. So, got our stick, got the torches, and guess what? Voila! We're open. Torch back up because if you let the fire keep burning on the or on the Deku stick, it will actually burn your stick, and it'll waste it, of course. But if you put it away before it burns out, you can actually keep it. A little useful tip for you. Alright, and if I remember right, yeah, there's where you see things falling down from the ceiling. Well, if you aim up, there are some eggs up here. I'm going to take 2 of them out, and then I'm going to fight one normally, just to let you guys see what it is if you haven't played the game. Probably have played the game, if you're watching the playthrough. But, I could be wrong. Could be new to the channel, maybe just want to see what this game is about. So it's one of these little weird things that will charge at you when their eyes turn red. You can just slash them in their eye. They're pretty easy to beat too. Turn around please, thank you. Got 2 more little webs we can burn real quick, and actually we can't go through that because obviously that's like rock wall. Actually not accessible to us right now. You will be able to come back here later in the game. There is a bit of backtracking for some of these things in the game, but for right now obviously we can't do anything with in any immediate requirements. And it wastes my running too long. Climb through this little. And we're up on top of this big platform that we were at earlier that we could not jump to. Remember, block right here, you can actually push off the ledge and make it a little short. You can climb up here now, if you do need to come back later on, like I said. They come back. And actually we have to use that right now. About that. Now we'll jump across over here. Once again, we got a little puzzle, which kinda doesn't make sense why they do so many of these little torch puzzles in the dungeon, but they're very simple. This one's actually more confusing. You actually roll, which will light the webs beneath you. So this is the part the Deku Scrub was telling us about earlier, that 23 is number 1. But I probably won't get this right because I still don't. But let's see what we can do. Over here, this 23 1. So that's technically 1. This is number 2. This should be number. Go 2 3 1 or 1 2 3 in that order, but it doesn't work, and that's why I don't understand. So let's try the middle one first. Let's go 3 2 1. That's what I mean. 23 is number 1. See, and see, I don't get it. I've never been able to understand this for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's not that order that I'm doing right now, but nope. And I'm sorry guys, I told you this would happen. I knew it would, I knew it would. Very sorry about this, but I shall get it sooner or later. I will probably cut some of this out so I don't feel like an absolute son, so you might not actually even see any of this. I'll just act like it never happened. Oh man, really choked. Really choked. Really choked. Come on now. Be the right way. Be the right way. Next thing I can think of is middle, right, left. Probably already done, and I forgot about, which is very likely. And that's right, finally. How did you know our secret? How irritating. It's so annoying that I'm going to have to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. If you actually see that little motion we just did, we spun around and then it aimed us towards the door. One of the features in this game that you might not even know first, but it actually, game, every time you unlock a door by beating enemies or hitting a switch and a door opens, typically the game will point you in the direction of that door, so it kind of tells you where to go next, so you're not as confused. So, as you can see on the map, there is a skull ahead of us. Guess what? That can only be one thing. You can actually see it right there. That is the boss. This temple. The boss. Loses. You can see it right there. Tell you what, I'll get the first shot on him. Oh man. Oh, I won't. It's coming for me. It's coming for me! And that is Parasitic Armored Arachnid Roma. Go ahead and try to hit the eye. Once he lights up and turns red, you'll want to hit the eye, which for some reason my slingshot is not even loaded. You can get a couple jump slashes in. If you miss them, well, I just screwed up and missed a hit, so this will take a little bit longer, but that's okay. Wait until it climbs up on the ceiling, and you should be able to shoot the eye. Are you actually? Oh my god, I can't shoot the eye because his claws are blocking it. Probably. Well, that sucks. I have to fight these guys, and I did for them before they hatched. But that's okay. Like I said, if I was playing on the 3DS, this would be so much easier. I could actually control the game. Things would be a lot easier. Sorry about that, guys. Wish I had a capture card. Wish I could. 3DS capture card. I wish I could do it. I was gonna get another hit, but I was a little too slow. That's fine. Nope. If I can get a better angle this time and actually be able to hit the eye. There we go. So that's what you want to do. And there we go. We beat him. Noma is no more. A little bit harder than it should have been, but unfortunately. I will try to get better with this controller and these controls, and hopefully we'll be able to play a little bit better than that in the future. So now we actually get our first heart container, which increases your life energy by 1 heart. Life energy will automatically be filled or totally be filled. Now instead of 3 hearts, as you can see on the bottom right screen, we have 4 hearts instead of 3. Alright, so let's head through this portal that will take us out of the tent after we've beaten the boss into the light. Well done, man. Thou hast barely demonstrated that thou must be able to carry out my will. Now, I have yet more to tell thee. Wouldst thou listen? Listen carefully, wicked man of the desert cast a curse upon me. Now very English. Probably heard that. I'm not very good at reading these loud, or sorry, reading this old English. Sorry if I'm... The man ceaselessly used his vile social powers in search for the sacred realm that is the Hyrule. For it is in that which contains the gods. Before time began, spirits and light. 3 golden goddesses depended on chaos that was Hyrule. Din, goddess of Nehru, Or goddess of Din. Strong flaming arms she cultivates. Nehru poured her wisdom on the earth. Or rich soul produced all life forms to uphold the law. Three great goddesses, labors completed, departed for the heavens. And golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Then the sacred triangles have become the basis of the world's property. And the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sea. Never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter this legend. Link's just chilling, hanging out. That evil man who cast the death curse on me and stabbed my... Because of that, and is not. For your valiant effort, first were successful, doomed before. Yes, I will. Do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of the high rolls. Matt, go on now to there. Thou wilt meet the princess. The stone with thee. Stone that man wanted so much that. Bad at reading. A little bit crappy, but it happens. You got the Courteous emerald, stone of the trusted by the great Deku. Future depends upon thee, Matt. Should that... Let's try this one again. Should thou ever lose thy way, seek a vision, a path from in thy home. Abby the fairy, help Matt. Bill. Entreat thee. Abby. Good. Bye. Leaves are falling from the tree. The tree is turning gray. With that, let's go to Hyrule Castle. Bye, great Deku. I'll miss you. Kind of sad. Big old great Deku tree has been done in by the spirits of Ganondorf. And now we got this guy. And want to talk to us, Mido. Hey Matt, what did you do? Great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you let a thing like that happen? It's all your fault. And he stormed. He does kind of have a good point. We kind of did let him die, but we did help him, and we did learn of the destiny that we are supposed to be taking on now. So, anyway guys, I think that's enough for this episode. We beat the Deku Tree and, you know, heard his final words and wishes, and heard about the destiny we should be doing now. So far we've had a pretty crazy adventure and it's been good fun. There's a lot more coming. We're going to be 100% in the game, getting Skulltulas and all the optional items and quests, side quests, everything like that. So please look forward to joining me in the next episode. Like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date and see more from me. I have some other playthroughs on the channel also. Got Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, all on the Nintendo Switch on my channel also. Please check them out on my channel playlist created for them. It'd be pretty simple to click on and just watch the episodes if you want more than one. Anyway guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Leave a comment down below, let me know how your week's going, what you're doing this weekend. Anything else, you know, what other games you'd like to see on the channel, any of that kind of stuff guys. Anyways, thank you. See you guys in the next one.